What are the risk assessment and monitoring? Risk assessment and monitoring ensures that the project risks are continually evaluated to adapt the changes and maintain control. Monitoring helps in identifying, let's say, new risks and reassessing the existing ones. So think of a balanced approach where it integrates the qualitative and quantitative methods. For example, here let's take a software development project. Risks such as unexpected technical issues might arise during the execution. And by actively monitoring and reassessing the risks, project manager can adjust the response strategies and maintain the alignment with goals. And to remind ourselves with the qualitative and quantitative risk analysis, which we already have covered, let's say, during the planning phase. But again, the qualitative analysis prioritizes the risks. Also, it categorizes, also it scores the risks based on the likelihood and impact. However, on the other hand, we have the quantitative analysis. So quantitative analysis, it provides the numerical data or a value for deeper insight to risk exposure. And that helps you in contingency planning to set, say, aside of your budget, face these risks. So both of these methods are essential for comprehensive risk management. The qualitative risk analysis is a quick and effective way to rank the risks based on, say, the expert judgment and simple scoring techniques. The qualitative analysis here, it might not be more detailed as the quantitative analysis, because quantitative analysis here, you need to provide a numerical data or a numerical value to be assigned to each of these risks in terms of its impact on the project constraints, especially on the let's say the budget, or let's say the time needed to mitigate it. So it might take longer time than the qualitative analysis. Also, we talked maybe about the risk probability and impact matrix as part of the planning phase, and when we talked about the identifying risks. The risk probability and impact matrix is a powerful tool for for categorizing the risks into low, medium, and high priority categories. It's like a visual tool for prioritizing these risks, and it combines the probability of the likelihood and impact or the severity of the, let's say, the risk on the project. Helps in focusing or allocating more resources on the high priority risks that it have a high impact and high, let's say, probability of happening. For example, here let's take an example where is an IT project, cybersecurity risks with a higher probability and serves the impact would be flagged as the top priority. Again, so maybe there is a cybersecurity threat or risk with a high probability as per the team assessment or expert judgment assessment, it were assessed as it has a high probability of happening, and it will have a huge or a big or high impact that could be flagged as a top priority. And by focusing the resources of these critical risks, the teams can better safeguard the project objectives. Also, when monitoring these risks for or reassessing the, let's say, the severity or the impact or of these risks during the monitoring phase is the sensitivity analysis. So, sensitivity analysis examines how changes in individual risks affect the project outcomes. It's like identifying the risks with the greatest potential impact on the greatest objectives. And it's like often visualizing through the tornado diagram. And tornado diagram will showcase the sensitivity analysis results. And that sensitivity analysis, it helps in refining the risk response plans. Let's take an example here, whereas there is a product development project. Analyzing the sensitivity, let's say, of the cost variations to material shortages can help you as a project manager to prioritize alternative supplier strategies. And you might utilize this tornado diagram to showcase or to visualize the sensitivity analysis. It can be considered as valuable visualization tool that highlights the most critical risks for targeted interventions. Integrating the risk monitoring with other processes. So, risk monitoring does not operate in isolation. It intersects with the other project control processes. For example, here, a cost control might reveal, let's say, a budget overrun risk to unforeseen procurement delays. And that promotes a reassessment of the risk management strategies. So, by ensuring all of the processes are aligned, project teams can proactively mitigate the risks and maintain the project stability. Again, risk monitoring does not only interact with itself. Risk monitoring it interacts with the cost, with the schedule, and the quality, and other constraints. So ensure as a project manager to have a regular updates to your risk register and ensure accurate tracking. Also ensure a collaboration among the teams to strengthen the risk responses, also involving the expert judgment to let's say to have a better actions or to have a better mitigation strategies based on the expert judgment. Let's look at one of these real world example when dealing with risk assessment at the monitoring phase. So we have this project where it's a renewable energy project. By conducting a sensitivity analysis, it has revealed that the weather delays had the highest impact on the project timelines. So based on this sensitivity analysis, it could have, let's say, or it had identified that the weather delays has a high impact or higher probability of happening. So using this insight, the team has developed an adaptive strategies such as scheduling flexible work days, securing additional resources. And this proactive approach and utilizing the sensitivity analysis tool has ensured that the project stays on track and within budget. What are the benefits for an effective risk assessment? And so, effective risk assessment and monitoring uh, equips the project managers with an actionable insight to make informed decisions. So, the key benefits here we have is to enhance decision making with data driven insights. Also, it strengthens the stakeholder confidence on the project stability, as well as it could minimize disruption by addressing the risks proactively. So, by identifying and addressing the high priority risks and early, it fosters the stakeholder confidence and minimizes the likelihood of project disruption. And this will lead to a smoother execution and better all, overall project outcome. Summarize our session on risk assessment techniques, and we looked on how to keep monitoring these risks and the monitoring phases and the risk assessment when let's say, controlling and monitoring the project. So we talked about risk assessment techniques here, which is vital for proactively managing the uncertainties and ensuring the project success. And by leveraging these tools like the probability impact matrix and the sensitivity analysis, tornado diagrams, the project managers here can prioritize the risks and reassess these risks, optimizing their risk response plans and mitigation plans, and ensure the alignment of with the risk management efforts with the broader project objectives. So we talked also about the importance of having a combination of qualitative and quantitative methods for comprehensive coverage, and we also highlighted the importance of integrating the risk, let's say, management or the risk assessment with the other processes to ensure a holistic risk management strategy. Continuous monitoring ensures the adaptability and resilience of your project.